everybody. Welcome to the Coach Dev Academy Lab Guide. One more week. My name is Manu Largo. Today we're going to do the week 4 of the iRacing series on board of our BMW hybrid LMDH, and we are going to be around Long Beach Street Circuit. So, walls near, let's take a look. Okay, main street of Long Beach. It's a curved street, so stay close to the right. For first corner, it's a place where a lot of accidents happens because you go from a really wide track to a really close corner. So my braking point is this motor sign here on the right, between 500 board and the motor board. You have to pay attention to this red line, because if you place the car really close to the right and you go further, you have a slowdown. So only maintain the right wheels over the line, maybe a little bit more, but not the middle part of the car from the outside. Okay, so heavy brakes, down to second gear, and pay attention to the inside curve, because it's a change of level here. You can see there is really high in this part, so take care of or not taking the curve, or just take a little bit like I do in this lap. Just a little bit in the middle, the car is going to bump, and pay attention to the exit. Don't go flat out really soon, because the car is bumping and you can spin or lose a lot of time there. Okay, for the second corner, we have to pay attention to this wall on the right, because when the wall goes to the right is our braking reference. So it's a really light braking, because the track is really slippery here. You have to be very close to this wall on the left to maximize the rotation for this another round corner. You have to place the car to the left. And pay attention that here there is another curve, another change of level curve. So don't go through the high part of the curve. Just stay in the red and white, as close as you can, as much as close, and really smooth with the throttle, because the car can spin here a lot. And now we have to be very close again to this wall on the left, as you can see. Really close, and don't go too wide here. You have to go straight on to have a good traction, but you have to place the car again to the left for the next corner. So just maintain the car in the straight position as much as you feel the traction on the car, and then go back to the left. And we look at the end of this barrier. This is my braking reference. Another slight brake, because the track is really slippery here, and if you go too fast to the left and you start braking, the car you can lose control, because there's a change of weights there. Okay, slight brake, and again, as the same first corner, change of level on the curve. Don't take it too much, just a little bit, because of the bumps on the exit. Really smooth on throttle. because the track is really slippery here. And for this corner, we have to pay attention to these marks here on the left on the wall. So that's my braking reference. And again, slight brakes, and we have to pay attention to this corner because it's off camber. So really, really smooth with the inputs, with the steering wheel, the brakes and the throttle on the exit. And this curve is really special because if you go too in the inside, you're gonna have a slowdown. And if you go too far from the curb, the car is gonna understeer to the wall. So you have to put the curb in the middle part of the car, like this. You have to go over the curb with the central part of the car. You can see here we are in the middle. There is no curb here, and there is no curb here. So just in the middle. And this corner is really special again because of camber. So really, really smooth. You can see smooth throttle because can oversteers and slides a lot. Okay, another, it's not complicated, but it's a tricky corner because normally you take as reference to go close to the wall or to the maximum part of the ride because it's a left-hander ahead. So for this time, the wall goes to the inside, so it's closing the gap here on the entry of the corner. It's plenty of space here, then goes less, and nothing on the final. So we have to pay attention to the white and red line. As the first corner, we put the car and the right wheels over the red line, and our braking reference is this red Firestone board. Again, if you take reference the wall, you are gonna touch the right part of the track, of the car, sorry. So pay attention to the red line, and the wall you are gonna be a little bit far because you follow the red line here. You can see. Again, this corner, second gear, you have to be very close to the inside, as you can see. And again, really smooth with throttle because it's really slippery. It's not with camber, it's neutral, so pay attention to the oversteer. And we are gonna use all this extra part, but we have to put again the car really fast to the left because we have short time here to put the car here. So between the 300 and the 200 it's our braking reference, and we have to brake as straight as we can. You can see the car straight for this 90 degrees corner. There is a curve here, but you can cut, and you have to cut. You have to be very close to this wall on the right. And again, smooth in throttle. Long Beach is a really slippery track, so it's really smooth there. Okay, we're gonna reach in the final part of Long Beach. For this right-hander, my braking point is the 400 board, so really heavy brakes here. And another special curve, we have to make a little bit of late entry because the curve stays here, but we have to go from the outside to the inside of the curve. I mean, we are going like this. We can go too far in the inside in this curve, but we go from the outside to the inside really fast. You can see here, because if you go if you go too far from the curb, the car is gonna bump and you're gonna understeer. And if you go too close to the wall, you have a slowdown. So here you can go a little bit much on the inside, and that helps the car to rotate a little bit more because we have to sacrifice a little bit this exit to have the maximum rotation for the last two corners. This is a two apex corner, so we are not going over this high curb, just making the car rotate with a little bit of trial braking and a little bit of throttle. And again, be really smooth here with the inputs, because if you lock tires here, you are done in the hairpin. So you can see as a slide as I go with the brakes. Really smooth on the first, and then we can increase a little bit the pressure, and when the car is straight we can brake a little bit more, but then we have to leave and trial brakes because we have to have a good rotation to the hairpin. So in the middle of the hairpin we have to start with throttle to make the car rotate with throttle really smooth. Don't go flat out or 90% because you're gonna spin and lose traction. And when you feel the car is stay straight, you can go flat out. You open the steering wheel and you go flat out, really close to the wall to maximize the speed. And final straight here on Long Beach. Okay, so that's all for me for this week 4 of the IMSA Racing Series. As I said, really slippery track. Pay attention to the inputs you put on your pedals and your steering wheel. And you have any questions, you can go on our Discord to ask anything you want and anything we can answer for you. And see you in more weeks making lap guides and setup sessions. And see you soon and see you on track. Bye-bye.